get started to see which one can be the most retarded. Tinfoil haters, it's time to start the show. Tinfoil haters, it's time to start the show. Tinfoil haters, don't tell them what to say. Tinfoil haters are here to save the day. Leon and Sammy are about to get started to see which one can be the most retarded. Tinfoil haters, it's time to start the show. Tinfoil haters, it's time to start the show.
Welcome back to another Tinfoil Haters. How are all you vital idols doing? We got a pretty interesting one today. Interesting for a few reasons. This was the boy Sammy's idea. So before we get into all this, Sammy, my man, tell people who you are and what you do.
I'm Sammy Threepeat. You can find me on Twitter, and you can find me on now Kick, Rumble, and of course YouTube, and at Sammy Threepeat on all platforms. There's a Twitch too, but we don't talk about that.
Well, we rocking this on Kick as well because again, alternatives to Twitch. Twitch never streamed there anyway. Well, I did way back there, like when I first started the channel. But yeah, no, and we got a couple of pre-stream legends up in here. The show hadn't even started yet, and Lucifer Morningwood popping off with 5 Words of Paradise gifties, bro. You didn't need to, you did. Thank you so much. Let's get you a clip. In fact, let's rock with you. The new clip that I know everybody loves so much.
Hey, you should have.
Oh yeah, Leon definitely got jungle fever.
Good dark meat. I like dark meat.
Leon definitely has jungle fever. Gang.
Yeah, nice dark meat.
40 lashes for the monkey lover.
That's going to be the least terrifying thing you see on stream today. We got Jake Martin coming in with that 10 banger super sticker. I think was it a hippo that said number 1? Is that what it was? No, it was a hippo spinning in the chair. You'll love to see it. Jake, thank you so much, my man. This is absolutely for you.
Chip, you know what? You just made the list. Oh no.
Oh, here we go.
And then last but not least, of course, we got Lucifer Morningwood, member for 5 months. Thank you so much for that membership, bro. Again, you never need to. You do it. It truly is appreciated. Haunted dolls are the most fucked up thing. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about all that and more. Before we do, let's go ahead and address this fine chat here. We got Dax, our best mod in the whole damn land. How you doing, Dax? Peepers, the titty kitty, is here. Appreciate you. Tribal Chief Ganondorf coming in with the 3 Bs, the bingo, the bango, and the bongo. Nightly, the Prude Whisperers in the house. Rabnat, Scuba, dual streaming it, watching both us and TNME. You love to see it. Of course, Jake Barton is in the house. Got Lucifer as well. Thank you so much. Sammy is in the chat talking to you guys as always. The ever lovely Piranha Pat is here. Boosh McFadden, how you doing? The IRL bestie Paul Byersmith is in the house. I think that Jimmy Boy Anderson is here. Jimesis, I think you mean. Yes, Jimesis is here. And we got the missus, the better half, Mrs. Threepeat. And is that everybody? No, Philip Morgan is here as well. You'll love to see it. Thank you so much, Philip. Enzo in the house. Obi Dean is here. And Zax, bingo, bango, bongo. We got boy Zax, puts the Manila in Canada. And yeah, we got an interesting one today because haunted dolls. Sammy, why don't you regale us what you were telling me backstage? Some interesting facts you found out about haunted dolls.
Well, so every, just like a lot of these mystical things that we have, every culture seems to have them. And I was shocked by really the lack of stuff that we were getting because of how much they're in the culture right now with things like Annabelle, like Robert the Doll, Chucky, all these things. But it kept wanting to go back to a lot of like tribal roots, where mostly they were they weren't haunted necessarily by like dead souls. They were haunted by like the essence of something, where like African tribes would put these certain dolls out to like protect the village. They would imbue it with whatever energy they thought they were doing that, and that's kind of what led to voodoo, and with the voodoo dolls, that's not it's not as prevalent as what like people in New Orleans might make you think. That's really reserved for like people like higher practitioners of such an art, but it's usually not even a vindictive thing either, where they're not always like sticking pins in the doll, but
Which is funny,
a
because
lot
that's
of
what we in our pop culture here in the West know about voodoo dolls. It's like, oh, make this one
100%.
break their neck. Like,
No, yeah, 100%. A lot of the times, it might be a good luck charm. It might be a way to like ward off possession or illness. Yes,
I actually was thinking about that earlier today, and so I was like, huh, we're doing Megan 2's coming out, we're doing hot dolls. Like, it was completely unrelated, but I do like that because I'm going to see Megan 2. So
yeah, I want to see that as well. Yeah, but also it's been something that's been like in American culture since like the 1930s. I was telling you, like, the earliest film with a haunted doll in it is 1936. It's the Devil Doll, and it's got Lionel Barrymore, Drew Barrymore's grandpa.
Yeah, you think of stuff like, Chucky and whatnot, like you were saying. I did not realize 1936. That means in 11 years, we will have had like an entire century of haunted doll cinema.
Yeah, that's
kind of wild that like haunted doll movies are almost 100 years old. And speaking of movies, today's stream is going to be a little bit different because we're actually going to just be reacting to one long video of supposedly 15 haunted dolls caught on camera. We're going to see if it's real, if it's not real. And the reason we're doing that is because between Sammy and I and the research we were doing on this topic, I didn't like a lot of what was on the web. It's mostly like mall goth girls talking about the spiritualism and how to know if you spotted a haunted doll. And it just seems so new agey, hocus pocus that like I couldn't find any like legitimately true or what seemed to be true verifiable accounts that didn't seem very like attention seeking or narcissistic or frankly just outright lies for internet clout, aside from Robert the Doll. And Sammy, you also did a little bit of research into Robert the Doll. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, no, I went over the story of Robert the Doll. It just sounds like mental illness manifest, or just like this spoiled little kid causing trouble and then blaming the doll. And then when they take the doll away, he's like, "You can't take the doll away. It's my best friend." And was like, "Oh, however will I get away with shit if you take the doll? I keep blaming everything on away."
Right, exactly. Like, oh no, all this mischievous stuff that's happening was the doll, not me. And I get it. People say that, like, oh, you have to ask permission to take the picture, or misfortune befalls you. It's like, I mean, maybe, but nothing in the Robert the Doll story, at least that I was able to find, really seemed either A, real, or B, if it is real, that bad. It's just sort of like a little prankster shit, as opposed to being like legitimately scary.
Yeah, nothing like that. Like I said, I was telling you before the show started, I was like, I was more scared just like having to run and get something out of my sister's room when the light hit the windows and her, crazy American Girl dolls with their glass eyes staring at you. It was like those are more creepy than Robert. Robert just looks like a Curious George doll almost.
Yeah.
Like,
well, and my sister also collected those American Girl dolls growing up, and I have a fascination with toys in general. I mean, you see behind me and whatnot. I love dolls. I love toys. My ex-wife had to stop me from buying an antique ventriloquist dummy at a flea market. I was like, "Yo, a ventriloquist dummy from the 30s. This is awesome!" And I was like ready to buy. She's like, "No, we're not having that in the house." I was like, "What do you mean? It's a cool vintage toy. Like it's a collectible." She's like, "No, not in the house." I was like, God damn it. And then we end up getting divorced. So, it is what it is. But like the matter is,
I probably would have bought it too.
Why do people find dolls so inherently creepy? Even Zach said that. Someone is testosterone filled as Zach's like, nah, dolls are inherently creepy. And I guess maybe to some people they are, but I've never found them as such. So why do you think that is?
It's that uncanny valley thing. What's Enzo? Bound in a pool.
Not right now. No, that's a different type of creepy.
Yeah,
Sorry,
that's
go
a
on.
different show. But no, it's like when the lockdown was going on, there was like certain restaurants that they were like, oh, we'll just fill up the empty chairs with mannequins. And I'm like, no, that's way creepy. I was like, I'm sitting there having soup, and then all of a sudden this thing's like, I would lose my mind. It's the potential for them to, because they look so much like us, you would expect them to be animate, and they're not, and it's freaky and it's weird.
So before we get into the reaction video, I am curious. What have you heard of Zane Beto? I've not heard of Zane Beto. No, I've not. But I'll absolutely look into it. Do you believe in the phenomenon of haunted dolls? Do you think it's real? Anything to that effect? Do you have any stories about it? And just let me know your thoughts. Then we'll get into the video.
Yeah, I definitely think things can be haunted. I'm pretty sure that my grandmother's old sewing machine was haunted as fuck. I just think people want to impose more of these things on dolls just because they're usually in human form. Symbology. It just seems that way. Personally, with all the paranormal experiences I've had, I've never had one encountering a doll.
See, I think I have had one encountering a doll when I was growing up, but I don't know if it was just overactive child imagination or not. So my father, Papa Paradise, had a Santa Claus doll back in the 70s. He still has this doll to this day, by the way. But it's like a old doll. The hard plastic face, I think, painted on, and the rest of the body is soft. That's how a lot of dolls were and whatnot. And this thing was terrifying, like terrifyingly creepy. And it's important that the eyes and stuff were painted on, because me and my little brother, and he would set this thing out every Christmas as part of our decorations. And he loved this doll because he had since he was a kid. But me and my little brother swear up and down on multiple occasions that we saw it move, to the point where we started just calling it Possessed Santa. Like, oh, Christmas time's coming out, Dad's gonna put out the Possessed Santa doll. Like, it was never like malicious. If again, and maybe we were just kids with overactive imaginations, because this doll did look creepy just by the way it was painted on and whatnot, because there's that 70s style that is very basic and plain. Because I was saying earlier how I'm not afraid of dolls and whatnot, and this doll is the exception. I would look at this thing and be like, it's not Santa. That's like something pretending to be Santa. And so was it really possessed, or was it just me and my brother freaked out and we were kids? I don't know.
I understand what you're talking though with that paint style, where it's like it's almost so saccharine that it comes across as ominous.
Yeah. Well, I haven't seen this video yet. I've been waiting for you. I've been waiting for you guys in the chat. So we're going to go through top 15 haunted dolls on camera, and let's see if they can make a believer out of me, or if we can debunk this bitch. Let's go.
Number 50, The Angry Doll. This video has
shit.
as early as 2009 and has been shared and talked about countless times. It's just such a convincing and scary video that no doll list would be complete without it. This young girl is holding a large doll, which appears to be a quinceañera doll, which is a doll given to girls at their 15th birthday celebration. The dolls are
by the way,
to the teenager receiver.
When you would go into my sister's room, her wall was like plastered with these.
So, yeah, same with my sister. It wasn't her wall. We had a shelving unit that like my dad had built that like ran across the entire like perimeter of her bedroom, and so they were stacked up like on that all around the bedroom.
So the window would, there's only one window in her room, and how it was, if you went in there on the how you went in there, sometimes when you would go in there like during like twilight or something, it was angled so all of the sunlight would like catch these dolls' eyes, and then you just see like these reflective eyes staring back at you. It was harrowing. It was harrowing. Truly hard scrabble existence.
I see people talking about Furbies. I have a Furby literally right out there off camera. I like Furbies. I have one. I keep one in my bedroom. Like, it is what it is. So yeah, no, I've never found Furbies creepy either.
receiving them and are meant to symbolize the final toy the teenage girl will receive before becoming a woman. The doll is wearing a very extravagant dress as well as a tiara. The girl holding the doll is speaking Spanish, but she seems to be saying something about the doll being ugly. The doll quickly moves its head towards the girl, and the person holding the camera alerts her. Once the young girl notices that the doll's head has moved, she throws the doll down and screams.
Bueno, aquí les presentamos a la muñeca de Bessie que se la regalaron a su 15 años. No manchen mi.
Unlike in some
okay.
other videos,
That's video numero uno. What do you guys think?
I mean, it was creepy.
You think that was real? There was any manipulation there? I mean, this is old. Like you said,
I
at
didn't-
least 2009. YouTube wasn't exactly, all the video editing, and YouTube isn't what it is now. Basically, this was just people would upload shit more or less just as like video storage.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm convinced if it's real or not though. But yeah, go for it.
Yeah, no, it's so hard with this type of footage because it's so grainy, very, very easy to manipulate. Hell, you could have that thing stringed up with fishing line and you wouldn't be able to know.
Right, exactly. Yeah, I'm not convinced this one is real, if I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. Although I will say that girl's scream is absolutely like it's a sounds genuine. So she's a good actress if that's the case. Yeah, hand working like a puppet.
Also,
yeah,
I have to say, it's been a while since I watched a Chills video, and his voice used to annoy the shit out of Mrs. Threepeat when he number 15. And she's like, oh my god, this guy again.
To be fair, I find this guy to be annoying as shit as well, like his voice, but it's kind of the best compilation of haunted doll stuff I could find. That way we don't have to switch.
Oh no, I completely understand. I'm
really
just wondering if
understand.
he's gonna ask if we want to see his face, what he looks like in real life in the middle of this.
Nope, I would hope not. All right, let's keep going.
the girl doesn't laugh at all, and there isn't even a clear smile on her face. Real or not, something clearly happened here that genuinely terrified her. It's a proven fact that generosity makes you a happier person. So if you're generous enough to like this video, then thank you, because it really helps us out. Number 14, Possessed Barbie. When you think of haunted dolls, you probably picture a cracked porcelain doll with dead eyes, or a rotting away baby doll with an eerie laugh. Like some of the previous entries in this list, it's hard to take the beloved and beautiful Barbie and see it as creepy. This video will make you think twice about that mentality. Really, any object can be haunted by a strong enough spirit or entity, so leaving Barbie out is just wrong. This little girl is having a great time playing with her two dolls, talking in different voices for each of them. A male voice calls from another room and the child responds. As she turns back to her Barbie, not a second passes before the doll sharply turns its head towards the child. The little girl immediately throws the dolls down, screams, and nearly falls backwards.
Sei lá. Mas você mexia. O que aconteceu com você? Fala uma coisa. O rato começou a rir.
Sara, vem comer!
Tá bom!
The video ends there, and there's no information on
See, when it's little kids like this, I do think it's less likely that it's staged because little kids aren't necessarily good actors. You also, what sort of parent would want to traumatize their kids for likes on a YouTube video? But then again, I've come to find out with my time on YouTube that's actually very much a real thing. So,
Also, I didn't have any Barbies, but my sister did. It takes a little bit of effort to manipulate the head of like a Barbie. They're not just like on like a swivel or anything. You actually have to like put your hand on there and like manipulate it a little bit. So yeah, also I tend to kind of believe these ones more when they're like speaking Spanish. There's a lot more like haunted doll stories like in South America.
Well, is it Mexico that has the that like literal island of the
island,
dolls?
yeah. So
yeah, there's something about it being Spanish that does add or Mexican that adds a sense of legitimacy to it. I actually have a completely separate video that we may get to. It's a short. It's not a doll, it's a statue, but like same concept. It's Mexican. So we'll see. But yeah, I think that it's also a lot more believable when it's not like he was, those cracked porcelain old dolls and whatnot. Like when it's a
Mhm.
modern toy, it's like that does add to the creep factor. Like, okay, that's interesting.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I would say that this is. I think this one has a higher chance of being real than the first one. Like you said, the way that Barbies are manipulated, I don't think you could just do that with some string and whatnot like you could the other.
No.
Yeah, yeah. Isla de las that word. Isla
Muñecas.
de las Muñecas.
Muñecas.
Yeah, I got no idea, but yep, that's the one. All right, let's keep going.
What became of this haunted doll or child? Number 13, composition doll. A composition doll is a baby doll made with the old technique of using sawdust, glue, cornstarch, resin, and wood flour. They were popular during the 19th century, but production ceased when plastic became the popular
filled with
material for
mold.
toys and dolls. Therefore, it's clear that the composition doll featured in this video is at least 70 years old, and possibly even older. According to the description for this April 2016 upload, the owners purchased the doll at a flea market and were given little information about the antique. The doll allegedly did not begin to move until the couple placed it on their chaise. In addition, the owners did not believe in ghosts, so they are astonished by this evidence. With how old and damaged this doll is, the slow and convincing movement is truly horrific. Number 12, old.
Yeah, see, but it seems like it dropped frames and whatnot, like stop motion animation. Like I can't.
Mhm.
That does nothing for me. I was like, dude, Tim Burton had more convincing looking shit in Nightmare Before Christmas. Oh, you got thoughts? Do you agree? Disagree? Like, does that one convince you at all?
No, it's just a creepy looking ass doll, but no, I didn't really, yeah, like you said, it kind of reminded me of kind of claymation. Also, I don't know, there was like this hissing going over it, and it just sounded like I don't know. It looked like it's easily fabricated.
Yep. Yeah. Cookie says not convincing. Yep. Lego movie was more convincing. Claymation. Yeah. So yeah, I think that was stop motion. I sorry, that one didn't do anything. The only one so far has been the Barbie one. That one got me pretty.
This short and simple video shows something quite unsettling. The owner of the doll decided to leave a camera rolling on 2 separate occasions when they left the house. While they were gone over several hours, the doll moved its hands constantly. While the movements are slight, they are very visible and very disturbing once the footage is sped up slightly.
Yeah, same thing.
Yeah. I like like Enzo said, oh, they added this creepy music to it. Like this just seems like a college short film. Like you're telling me this family left a high quality camera just pointing at the doll, and like I'm sorry, that's so easy to manipulate. The camera is so zoomed in, it's very easy. Like people can be off camera doing shit that we're not seeing. I don't believe this at all.
I'm more prone to if like it's it. You had the security camera running or whatever. It was like this guy sat this doll on a chair and then put a camera in front of him. It was like to what end?
Yeah. What's it called? Like security footage. What's the term for that? Either way, like footage like that shows that sort of stuff, I'm far more likely to believe. But if it's just like your own camera, it's like, okay, it seems like you're just trying to get clicks.
Absolutely.
The broken and old 100 years old, meaning that it's had quite a long life. Number 11, a new gift. Some children often.
All right, well, out the gate, if we're talking about this thing in the background, I don't know what that is. That does look creepy as fuck. So
It's on it.
Believe their toys to be alive or have feelings. In fact, it's quite common for kids to believe that their toys get jealous of one another. If you believe in these haunted dolls, this video could be proof that toys really do become envious of other playthings. This video was uploaded sometime in 2009 and features a mother recording her daughter receiving a new toy. Before the video begins, a short explanation reads that the mother didn't notice anything at the time, but upon reviewing the clip later, she noticed a candle rolling on the desk behind her.
Okay, so this videos like these, I know I was saying CCTV way more so, but like this is a normal thing a parent would do. Oh, you're opening your new birthday gift. Let's put the video camera on you, whatnot. You can also tell this is shittily made in like Windows Movie Maker. So,
Yeah.
okay, this one might. Let's see. I've got a good feeling about this one.
Her daughter. She apparently showed the clip to her son, who pointed out that the doll moved its right hand. The little girl is excited about her toy and tells her mom she wants to name him Lovable. The mother questions this name choice, and at that exact moment, the doll's hand moves slightly but clearly. The candle, in response, rolls away from the doll despite the doll having not made contact with the candle at all.
What's his name? Lovable. Sure his name isn't like Fred or Henry? Oh, it's so cute.
For the remainder of the short video, the doll doesn't move an inch, and since this video has been re-uploaded to several channels, it isn't known if there was ever an update. Number 10, the doll on
All right, that one was pretty interesting. I mean, that was definitely more believable than a lot of the others. Like, again, that one, the Barbie one, just regular, yeah, something a parent would do. Film your kid getting a new toy.
I
Do you
just think the
that
little girl
doll was
bumped the
jealous?
dresser.
Like, what's your thought?
I just think the girl bumped the dresser, to be honest.
Yeah, but would bumping the dresser make the hand raise?
Oh, you know what? I just saw the candle move. I forgot about the hand right. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. No, if anything, if it was raised, it would go down. I don't know about it going
the
up.
hand started down. It moves up almost like it's like using the force to push the candle. Like, the hand never touched the candle, but it moves up and the candle starts rolling.
All right, I'll take it. I'll buy it.
Cookie says maybe a spring. I mean, yeah, maybe it's the fact that no one freaked out or anything kind of also lends credence. Like, what, you wouldn't notice that you're focusing on your kid. You don't notice it till later. Interesting. All my kids are well behaved, never jealous. Yeah. Do you think dolls can get jealous of other toys? Is that a thing?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Let's keep going.
on the shelf. This video was posted in October 2011 and starts out innocently. 3 children are sitting around a table while playing around. A young girl begins to time herself while she stacks cups in a quick-paced game. The other 2 children stand by and watch. In the excitement of the energetic game, no one seems to notice the little doll on the shelf behind them. The doll was laying down when the video began, but as soon as the young girl begins to stack cups, the doll slowly rises to a seated position, similar to the way you would imagine a corpse rising from its coffin. Once in its new position, the doll doesn't seem to move again and peers motionless over the room. The description for this upload explains that whoever recorded the video did not notice the doll while filming, but saw it later when reviewing the clip. The uploader also states, "I am very worried and cannot figure out how this happened. If you have any suggestions on what to do, please message me. I have put the doll away in an old barn I have. There are no updates."
Well, I don't know if that's a good idea. This thing is haunted as fuck. I don't know if you want to piss it off by putting it in a stacking cups with a doll haunting. Come on. I mean, yeah, this one to me was decently believable, but also this could be easily manipulated. You've got someone off camera again with string, just slowly pulling it up. Like, what do you think?
Well, another thing too is if you could go back for a second.
Yeah.
The angle is odd. You know, like if you were going to focus on the kids stacking the cups, you would unless it's a phone and they kind of put it on a rest. That maybe
I think
that's why.
Phone, given how it's only given the aspect ratio.
Okay, yeah, okay. That makes a little bit more sense. Otherwise, sure. Also, keep in mind with a lot of these things too. There might just be an entity in the room manipulating the doll. It doesn't necessarily mean the doll is haunted.
I'm actually more likely to believe that 9 times out of 10. Like, there's, especially if you've got like other shit happening, tables moving, cabinets opening, whatnot. It's likely not the doll itself. But again, we would need more information on on the doll. As a rule, if I can figure out how to fake it, it's fake. Yeah, I'm right there with you. Like, I need stuff that's I don't know how it's done. Like that Barbie one, I don't know how that one was done.
No. The
Number
demonic
9, Sherry's collection.
The demonic music is insane.
Yeah, I don't. I get that it adds the intensity, and if you're like watching these alone late at night and whatnot, okay, that can be some psychological manipulation. But man, it makes it look and sound cheesier and less believable. You know,
It's like the doll's a member of the Akatsuki, like red sauce.
Mr. Monkey, you do got a point. Ask the doll to pay rent if it's gonna be causing shenanigans. That's fair.
For sure.
Despite so many people having such a grave fear of dolls, there are a few rare people in the world who love the lifelike toys. This video allegedly shows the collection of Sherry Schoon, a doll collector, recording a short video to show off her impressive and slightly unsettling assortment of dolls. The dolls range from baby dolls to porcelain dolls, with a sprinkle of purposely creepy dolls. There has to be at least 100 dolls visible in this video, as childlike creepy music plays in the background, while Sherry showcases several dolls.
Okay, so this is creepy, not for any sort of haunting purposes, but because just like, no, what? Who does this? That's not okay. Yo, Hollywood Nat's giving him that 5-banger, says duck them dolls. Yeah, Nadia, not a fan of the dolls. So you know what? Here's some levity. Because dolls are one thing, robot dogs are another.
I'd fuck one of the robot dogs.
Thank you so much, Nadia. You didn't need to, you did. Absolutely, truly appreciate it. Thank you so much. Did I ever tell you my room full of dolls story?
You might have. But for the sake of it, please go.
So me and my first wife, we lived in this really shitty, slummy apartment complex. It was like one of our first apartments, and the laundry room was like across the parking lot, so we have to walk across the parking lot and whatnot to do the laundry. We're both nocturnal, so we do our laundry at night, and once a week, couple times a week, whatever, we get our clothes, we walk across. Well, it's nighttime out, go into the laundry room, and it's like deserted and dingy and shitty because it's a slummy apartment. We paid like $480 a month for it or something like that, like to tell you how shitty it is. And while the laundry room was dingy and shitty, it was more just like, regular nighttime creep factor. One night we walked in and there was a pile, I'm talking 20 or 30 dolls, all with their heads ripped off. They've just been placed there. Now, that's not necessarily haunted. That just means there was a fucking psycho in our complex. But it was creepy as shit.
Yeah, no, you've never told me that one. You told me the one about the imp entity. You told me one. You told me a couple. But yeah, no, that is nothing ever came about that. Usually that,
that was the next time we went to do our laundry, they were all gone. So I don't know if someone just like collected them and threw them away or whatnot, or someone was just having a print. Let's see if we can freak some motherfuckers out. But it was just a weird situation.
Yeah, no, that's where you're like, because you're walking at night too, and you're like, no.
Yeah, that's very much like okay, we're gonna throw our shit in the laundry and we're going to GTFO.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Again, not even from a haunted factor. It's like if there's some weird motherfucker that just puts piles of headless dolls in the laundry room, he might be hanging out behind the fucking garbage bin with a machete or some shit.
Yep, just
weird
hanging out in the fucking raincoat. Doing laundry.
All right, let's keep going.
Standing on one side of the room, the camera pans over a short baby doll in a red and black dress. Though it happens quickly, the doll's right arm clearly switches from an outreach position to a downward point.
Sure did.
I mean, yeah, but if it was propped up, that could have just been like gravity finally doing its thing or just falls.
Yeah, that's true. But it also looks like
trust
it
me,
was
yeah. I'm very aware of Island of the Dolls in Mexico. I've watched plenty of videos on that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, I don't think this is real. I mean, this is obviously real, but I don't think it's haunted. I think it's just the doll's arm fell. That happens. As someone that poses my action figures, occasionally after they've been in a pose for so long, they start to slump.
Yeah, they just drop.
Number 8, Spunk Flunk. In August 2015,
Wait, what?
vlog YouTuber Spunk Flunk was challenged by a viewer to purchase a haunted doll on eBay and keep it for as long as he could, as well as feature it in some upcoming videos. Spunk agreed to the challenge and purchased the doll. They took several photos and videos of the doll over the next couple of months, but nothing interesting seemed to happen until October 2015. Spunk was posting a quick vlog asking viewers to follow him on Google+. He had the doll in the background and in shot as part of the challenge. As he talks about needing help from viewers, at about the 29-second mark, the doll's right hand moves slightly. Spunk claims he didn't even notice this until a viewer pointed it out in the comments.
Click add to circles and then just click following. That'd be awesome. It'll only take like a few seconds and that'll get me to 1,000 followers probably within like 5 to 6 days. And then I'll finally have a little click add to circles and then just click following. That'd be awesome. It'll only take like a few seconds and that'll get me to 1,000 followers probably within like 5 to 6 days. And then
after this video,
I'm with you, Zach. I cannot stand the narrator's voice. Also, the scariest thing about this video is the fact that this guy thought that Google Circles or whatever it was called, Google Plus was going to be a thing. But yeah, this one is semi-convincing. I mean, I would need to know if the guy, lives alone or whatnot, or if
I want to see what kind of content he makes too.
Yeah, well, yeah, there's that. But if he did several videos with the doll in the background and nothing happened, like months went by, and then this just randomly did, and especially in a video that has nothing to do with the doll, like, okay. All right, I can like, it's kind of like those people that do like, oh, here's my motorcycle TikTok, and like all their TikToks are just them, riding around, shit like that. But then they've got that one off, like, I just saw a fucking ghost on the highway while riding, and they don't do any other videos. Like that. Okay, I'm more inclined to believe that because you didn't make, that's not your, what you're.
We were talking about that one, the real estate agent who was just happened to be in the haunted house. that was like, that's one of the most believable paranormal videos where the guy's like, and it's got windows in this room, real nice natural light.
Show me on the coaster the doll touched you.
Began experiencing more and more strange events. The doll would move from the spots it was left. Other objects would be moved allegedly by the doll. He caught an EVP from the doll, and in one video, he seems to be possessed while holding the doll. During the EVP session, the app he uses works as a gateway to apparently allow the doll to communicate. Spunk asks if she's a ghost, and she says, "Not a ghost." At one point, in an agonizing voice, even begs, "Free me." Well, over a year later, after countless menacing events related to the doll, Spunk decided he didn't need the negative energy anymore. He sells the doll on eBay, but does one more EVP session in the car before shipping it off. Although it's unclear what the EVP app says, it sounds like...
See, that's another thing. It's like, you sold the doll. These if they're so haunted, if they're so fucking haunted and it's driving you crazy and fucking with your mental health and bringing all this dark shit, why are you selling it? Why not you getting rid of it for free, putting it in a dumpster, or giving it to someone, lighting a fire, throwing it in the river, whatever it may be? Like that, it just doesn't. Nah, that doesn't compute with me. And then even if his content wasn't about paranormal shit before, the fact that he started milking it, like Prada said, oh, he used an app, press X to doubt. Yeah, 100% agree.
Yeah, no, especially with that like little talk box. Those usually like the legit ones. They're just grabbing like signals from like different radio stations. They don't sound like the butter robot from Rick and Morty. Like, oh my god, like it was. Also, too, yeah. If you think something's haunted, don't burn it. That's not good.
Oh, really? Why not?
You could potentially like release whatever's like trapped in it and just basically give it like free reign.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Well, what do you do then? Like, do you?
I have no idea, but I know that burning it's a bad idea.
Okay, fair enough. Passing ownership to someone. Are you talking about like giving the doll to somebody else?
That's
they want a haunted doll. Go for it. Better them than me.
Like sell and goodbye. Number 7, the Nutcracker. The Nutcracker dolls were first made in 17th century Germany, where they were modeled after soldiers. As the years went on, the design changed, as did the attire of most soldiers. The wooden dolls are said to be good luck totems, and their teeth allegedly keep away bad spirits. However, in this case, we aren't so sure if that defense is working, as an evil spirit could possibly be attached to this nutcracker. This video of a traditional nutcracker has over 100,000 views, and it isn't because it's adorable. The original uploader claimed that this doll was in their family for over 400 years, and it was always rumored to be haunted. As more of a joke than investigation, the current owner decided to record the doll when no one was around. In this minute-long video, the figure closes its mouth, shakes back and forth, and even completely turns around. While this toy is moving, a dog seems unsettled by the actions of the doll. The interesting fact here is that it's a common belief that animals can see spirits in realms that humans cannot. Using this presumption, we can infer that the small dog is seeing the spirit manipulating the figurine. This clip has been sped up slightly to make the movements more visible.
Okay, I believe this one for one reason. Let's see if it's the same reason you do.
It's a dog.
The dog.
It's
I've
always
said
the
before,
dog.
say it again. Anytime in a video like this we see an animal react to some shit, I believe it.
Also, it's doing multiple things too, where you would have to have a pretty like
a setup. Like you'd have to have
yeah, you would have to have this thing rigged up like a marionette for it to, because
yeah.
it almost looks like, so the mouth goes up and down, and then it starts shaking like someone's playing with it, like like in hand, like you would march it like a soldier, like that was yeah, I buy this one.
Yep. I okay. This one now. The thing that begs the question: is this haunted, or is there something in the house that is manipulating this? Like we had asked for that other one earlier. I mean, go for it.
They said it's been in the family for like 400 years, and they all think it's haunted.
That's that exactly. I think it's the doll itself for that reason. Yep. Between that and the dog, how extensive the setup would need to be to get this to do everything it was doing. All right, I think we found number 2 that we actually believe in on this list.
Agreed. What do you think, guys?
Well, Boo says again, why are they filming this? Well, if you think it, like this one actually makes sense to film because there's a history of it, and so if there's a history of this being haunted, it's been your family for years. Like, yeah, you've got the dog reacting to it. I mean, why do people film a lot of shit? I used to film shit when I would go Pokemon Go hunting in the city, so. I know ventriloquist you guys are gonna love.
He is incredible.
All right, let's keep going.
Number 6, Kablam.
Yeah, that dog just tore out, dude.
Here we see another lover of dolls, specifically haunted or creepy dolls. Kablam is a vlog-style YouTuber that collects dolls, most of which are allegedly haunted. In several videos, Kablam introduced...
I'm not going to believe this out the gate. Like, if your whole shtick is I collect haunted dolls and you're putting it on the internet, look, I don't believe there's that many haunted dolls out there that you could amass a collection and make entire-ass content out of it and it not be fucking fake. So, that's my thought.
Would Kablam lie to us is what I want to know.
All right, Kablam, make a believer out of me.
Introduces to us these haunted dolls and tells us a bit about them. In one of these videos, uploaded in August 2015, she introduces us to 2 of her dolls. Meanwhile, a blonde doll in the background can be seen moving slightly throughout the video. At first, it seems like the doll is just slowly moving or slumping over due to gravity. When paying close attention, however, the doll doesn't just slowly fall forward, it moves back and forth in position.
Dolls, if not a bunch of them, have some sort of an energy to them. And that it's not the best kind of energy that, is a good thing to have around. And that just kind of makes me a little bit weary.
Furthermore, Kablam addresses
It makes
this
me
move.
weary. Your channel is about collecting haunted dolls.
Yeah, I didn't buy that one.
Yeah, I'm sorry. This one seemed fake as fuck.
Okay, it's also kind of a magician trick too, right? If you go back, she's going like this. So first you see her hands, then her hands
know
go
that
out
too,
of
and then she's
camera.
her hands are off camera for several moments, and then she brings it back up afterwards. Yeah.
Where they're going. Oh, she was holding them just under like this the whole time, as you know. It's sleight of hand.
Twas the wind, but yeah, no, I'm right there with you. This one was this was entirely fake. Not yeah. We're just gonna skip through. Here we go.
You lied to us, Kablam.
Yeah, Kablam's a liar, just like most women.
Interested because she couldn't hand. She later Kablam updated that she later rehomed all of the dolls to viewers that were interested because she couldn't handle the negative energy she believed they carried with them. Number 5, facial changes. Brian Lubecki is a YouTuber whose channel revolves around the creepy, freaky, and unexplained. Most of his content is based around his haunted doll collection. Brian has yet to explain what encouraged him to purchase so many haunted dolls, but he claims to have bought most of them from antique shops or online garage sales. In this video uploaded in May 2015, Brian is testing out a new camera and giving a short tour of his haunted doll collection. As he goes through the dolls one by one, he continuously passes over a certain doll who seems to move her eyes. In one camera shot, she's looking to the right, in the next to the left, and so on.
Sneak peek of our haunted dolls. It's crazy because I got a few of these things at a local antique shop. Oh my god, I have to really look at this video because it was her eyes just kind of looking at this Annabelle doll just a few minutes ago. I could have swore her eyes were looking at Annabelle doll. That is. But anyways, yeah, we've been hearing some strange little running upstairs. It's absolutely creepy. Why is it?
But see, there was a cut there, so he could have like readjusted the doll or whatnot. You know what I mean? Like, we didn't see the eyes move in real time. We saw the eyes one way, it cuts to another doll, cuts back to that one. Now eyes are forward.
Yeah, and it wasn't even like he fully panned away or he explored more of the room. He kind of looked at a couple other things that were kind of in the area to make it look like he naturally just scrolled back. But like if you were giving a tour about something, you'd either be going like up or down, like in linear motions. You wouldn't square back to something. That's just, unless you had something that people wanted to see. You lied. You're a liar.
Mr. Monkey, member for 1 month, thank you so much, says, I'm coming back as an old game cartridge so someone can blow the dust out. God damn it. Yep. All right, reincarnate yourself as Maximum Carnage. I'll blow your dust out.
Focus. What the fuck? Are you fucking kidding me?
After viewing the video and getting a few pointers from fans, he decided to make a video focused on this doll. Throughout the video, which is a close-up of this haunted doll, her eyes move from side to side, roll back, cross, and even close. In addition to these unsettling and almost hilarious eye movements, something even scarier happens. The doll's mouth moves as well. It changes from a frowning position to a smiling position to more of a blank or resting expression. The doll's head also moves very slightly, only a few centimeters at most, but quite clearly when sped up.
I'm calling bullshit.
Yeah. Yeah, that doesn't even look real. It looks like there's a cut there.
Yeah. Well,
Okay,
unless it's an animatronic doll that could do that, like a Chatty Cathy or something like that, where okay, but like otherwise, if that's like a painted doll, there's no way. You know that has to be effects. But you know, maybe just maybe if it's like one of those, you know, like change me. But I mean,
I agree with LMA, by the way. The mouth looks fake as fuck. For
that's what I'm saying.
even if you're a boy and if you've got like little sisters or older sisters or whatever, they've had baby dolls like this. Like, yeah, that the mouth movement looks fake as shit. Yep.
Hold on. What was it called?
Oh, here you go. God damn you. All right, let's keep going.
It isn't unlikely that these are mechanical features of the doll and were meant to happen when the doll was in use. However, Brian has explained in several other videos that none of these dolls, especially this one, have batteries in them. From a supernatural standpoint, it seems likely that even though these actions were part of the doll's design, it's still the spirit.
I've also never understood like it's safe because it's behind glass, guys. Like, don't worry, the haunted dolls. If this motherfucker's actually haunted, you trying to tell me that like it can move itself around and it's gonna bring bad fortune among you, but a centimeter of glass, that's a fucking ghost kryptonite. Like, what?
I know. I also looked it up. That does appear to be like a Chatty Cathy doll, and they do have like they're animatronic and their faces do move around. But I mean, to go from I don't think any of them like went like pouted. I don't think that was the.
I don't know. We should ask the expert in pouting.
Yes.
Cookies is pretty legit. Yeah, no, I don't think so at all. I mean, like Sammy said, it's these are animatronic dolls. Also, the dude claims it doesn't have batteries in it. All right, so we gotta take this YouTuber's word who collects, haunted dolls and is trying to make money off of haunted dolls. Like, I'm sorry. That's why I got bulletproof glass for my dolls. Fair enough.
Manipulating the movements. More importantly, not only are these movements creepy when you consider the presence of a spirit, they're fairly creepy on their own as well. Number 4, walking doll. This video was uploaded sometime in the summer of 2016 and features a tall, cutely dressed doll that can apparently walk. The owner, an older Hispanic woman, shows off the doll walking beside her as they hold hands. The doll's legs move in such a way that makes it appear alive. The movements are almost natural, and the woman doesn't seem to be coaxing the motion in any way. Of course, it could be easily brushed off as a trick of the eyes, and that the woman really is creating the action herself. It can be assumed that the legs are in place loosely, which makes the walking illusion easy to create.
Rosita. That's 100% what's happening.
All right, prove to me this doll haunted. Have it walk on its own without you fucking holding its arm.
Yeah.
Also, if a doll this big was out there moving around shit on its own, you tell me everyone in the world wouldn't know about this? Like, yo, real verifiable haunted doll, actually full on Chucky moving by itself. The world would know ghosts are real at that point. This is absolute bullshit.
And not for nothing, Latin Americans are extremely superstitious and religious. If they would have seen that, they're like, kill the doll.
Fat little Dios mío.
Dios mío.
Do better, Latinos.
No, it's a neat parlor trick, but you can see her manipulating the arms. It's a doll with a loose leg.
Yeah. This is so fucking dumb.
Number 3, Ouija Bear. This video features such a strong possession that it is easily discarded as fake. The motion of this stuffed teddy bear is perhaps the creepiest and most lively on the list. The most recent upload of the video is from a year ago, but it's been all over YouTube and Facebook for several years now, and the original source has been lost in the array of re-uploads. The video is about 2 minutes long and features 3 men sitting beside each other with a Ouija board in their laps. A webcam or low-quality phone camera is set up in front of the men to record anything interesting that may come of the Ouija session. Most uploads of the video do not have audio, so it's hard to make out what the board is saying, if it's saying anything at all. The men become stressed as they play with the board. One man wipes sweat from his forehead, while another adjusts himself in the chair nervously. While this is happening, no one notices that the white bear on the dresser behind them has been making clear, disturbing movements. It began at around 42 seconds in, when the bear moved its head back. It continued to move and look down at the men with lifelike motion. The man sitting to the far left seems to notice the bear and looks up at it several times, but the bear stops. He tells the other men about it, and when they put down the board to investigate, they see nothing wrong with the bear, and when they pick it up, this gives us evidence that no strings or puppeteering is occurring. Frustrated and in disbelief, they all sit back down, but the bear immediately starts to make rapid movements that resemble a possession. This time, all 3 of the men witness it and run out of the room. Number 2, the Island of Dolls.
All
If
right.
you're a fan,
That one is pretty interesting because, but again, it's not the bear that's haunted. If they're fucking around with a Ouija board and then brought something into them, that thing is now fucking with the bear, would be my assumption. But I do think that video actually might be legit.
I think it might be legit too, especially there's things about even just kind of like how it moves and everything. It unless it's a hand puppet and someone is very cleverly behind the whatever it was sitting on.
It looked like
You
a
know,
dresser or something.
Yeah, like I said, again, you would need a very elaborate setup. It's not just like, oh, the arm just kept raising up that you could do with the string. It was like it was having full on, like it looked like it was an animatronic thing.
Yeah.
And the thing that told me is when they pick it up, it's formless. It's just a stuffed bear. And also, Ouija Bear might be one of the hardest band names I've ever heard.
Ouija Bear is pretty good. I'll agree. Ouija Bear is pretty fucking good. All right, so that one that one's on the list is believable. So that's 3 now. However, with the caveat that the bear wasn't haunted, an entity was there manipulating it. And to answer the question that Jimesis asked, yes, I have used a Ouija board twice. Nothing happened either time. I used a Ouija board in the Crescent Hotel, supposedly the most haunted hotel in America, and even then, nothing fucking happened. So.
Yeah, I owned one. The only thing we ever did with it was scare the shit out of my cousin Chris. Hi, Chris.
Yeah, I understand for those of you. Yeah, I never touched that. Nothing beats anal cunt. That's rough. I don't like that at all.
fan of horror and all things creepy, then you know about the Island of Dolls. Allegedly, the story entails that Don Julian Santera Barrera, the caretaker of the island, found a young girl that had drowned mysteriously in a shallow stream. He attempted to save her, but he was far beyond too late. He later found a doll nearby in a wooded area and assumed it to be hers. He hung the doll in a tree to honor the young girl. At night, he would hear screams, cries, and laughs of the spirit of the dead child. He began to hang more dolls in her honor, which he claims were also haunted by young girls. Eventually, the island was overrun by rotten, old, broken dolls, and Don Julian was driven to madness. Many believe he never found the body of a girl and it was just a story he created in solitude, and many claim that he did find the body, which was what drove him to such a drastic point of mental illness. No matter the truth behind Don Julian's story, the island is a sad, creepy, twisted reminder of this poor man's declining mental health. While it's a bit too much to discuss bit by bit, the Ghost Adventures episode based around the Island of the Dolls is quite riddled with evidence. Dolls begin to laugh or move on their own.
So yeah, this Island of the Doll place, I do think is actually probably legitimately haunted. I don't know that the dolls themselves are haunted, or if it's just like, oh, this is a piece of land that's got a lot of negative energy. It's got maybe there's a spirit of a single little girl there, but I would love to visit it. I think you're not allowed to, if I recall, like, or you need like special permission from that caretaker dude.
Yeah.
To go out with you.
Well, because it's like a private island, right? Like it's
yeah.
Yeah. No, I found Spider Island much more much worse.
Yeah. No, I'd visit this place. I'd visit in a heartbeat. I would happily do it, but I do think there's something going on there, but I don't know that it's haunted dolls per se. And if this is a case of mental illness, dude did a good job monetizing his mental illness. So based.
Yeah.
EVPs and temperature spots are discovered, and there's a deeper history of the origins of the island and its alleged curse.
Right? No, I'm not ready for this. Oh! Whoa! Bro, come here! Oh my god. One of them's laughing. Oh my god. Oh my god, bro. Holy.
Number 1, Puppet in the Glass. A very old and creepy puppet allegedly choked a man. The former owner of this puppet contacted paranormal investigator Jane Harris, claiming that they were too scared to keep the puppet any longer. According to the owner's story, the puppet would move positions when no one was looking, turn its head, objects around the house would become lost or misplaced, and one night the owner woke up to the puppet's arms wrapped tightly around their neck. Jane took on the puppet thinking the previous owner had been exaggerating. However, when she set up a camera to see if any activity was visible, she was left speechless. They locked the puppet in a glass case to prevent it from moving locations, just in case the claims were true. This video shows the puppet's operating cross lifting
Facts,
up and
Jay Martin.
falling
You get
against
choked
the
out by a
glass
dog
several
in low key.
times. The fact that the puppet itself isn't moving, but the operating cross is, makes many believe that the creator of the puppet is the one haunting and manipulating the doll. Jane assures the glass case has no doors and must be lifted from 4 sides, so there's no chance of the puppet getting out. Furthermore, this case is blessed so that the spirit is also trapped inside, since it has shown violent behavior before. Before you go, I wanted to tell you about the
And that is that. What do you think about that last one? We saw the puppet thing moving. So yeah, it could actually be the ghost of the puppeteer. What do you think? Real or not?
I like it. I'll take it.
Well, now you guys know though why we like Sammy hit me up. What was it? Saturday, Sunday? Said, "Yo, let's do haunted dolls this week."
Yeah.
And I thought it was a great idea. I was like, "All right, let's do it." But looking at how many of these videos were absolute fucking fake. Now you know why we did a reaction video instead of covering all these articles and past occurrences and whatnot like we usually do on this show, because there's next to nothing that I found credible. I think you said the same thing.
Yeah, no, it was just a bunch. Yeah, it was a bunch of hearsay. It felt like a very unorganized, just like Reddit stream, or like it was.
Yeah, no, I was not convinced. I mean, I scoured pages of haunted doll shows. Like, all right, can we use that? No. Can we use it? No. Can we use? No. Fuck. And it's like, all right, I guess it's gonna be a reaction video stream and then when we reacted to these, there was like what 3 or 4 that we believe total out of fucking 15.
15.
Yeah. So
yeah,
not
of course,
even 30%.
Yeah, and like what we're not going to talk about like Robert or the Annabelle doll, or you know what I mean. It was like that's been done over and over and over again, and like half the people who cover those don't even believe those stories. So
right,
Now
I do have one more. This is one of my favorites. It's one that I believe wholeheartedly. I found this on YouTube back in like I don't know, 2006 or something like that. Now this isn't the original. The original video must have been taken down because I fucking scoured for it and I could not find it. So here's a version that's been turned into a short with some other stuff. This is about a statue, not a doll, but yeah, this one's interesting. Yeah, all right. So
कि एक खंडनुमा पार्क को देखा गया, वहाँ कोई भी आता जाता नहीं था, मगर कुछ एडवेंचर पर्सन लोग वहाँ गए। अभी वो बातें कर ही रहे थे कि कैमरे में ये चीज रिकॉर्ड हो गई कि स्नो वाइट के स्टैचू ने अपनी
So this is a abandoned Snow White statue in a abandoned theme park in Mexico. And this motherfucker has painted on eyes and it blinked. Like, I've seen several YouTube videos where people go back to this island and whatnot. They find this doll. There's some high quality versions of it of them recording it, but nothing ever happens. But again, this is some old world shit. This was on the Mexican news back when it happened. I believe this one wholeheartedly. You got this fucking like glass or painted or whatever. Point is, the eyes are part of the face. It's not a mechanism. So yeah, Mexico again. Like I said, the shit that comes from Mexico, I tend to fucking believe. I don't know what it is, but yeah, that one's one of my favorites. But we hit that hour mark, a little over. I see. Yeah, we know that Hypno's starting his show. We're gonna figure out who we're gonna raid, and while we do that, Sammy, tell the people who you are, what you do, what you got coming up, the whole nine.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I don't. Just besides my regular thing, I'll be on Roman's channel Thursday, and then my new show with Darnell and Iron Oxide. We're 2 sieves and a pig. We're just looking at arrest videos, making fun of stupid people getting arrested.
Nice.
So that's a Rumble exclusive. And then then Cavecast Saturday morning, and in other news Sunday night. That should do it.
You love to see it. Well, as for me, guys, we're gonna go ahead and raid Cult Classic Cage. It's been a while since we've raided her. You know, we raided a lot of folk lately, but I've not raided Cassie in a hot minute. So stick around after the intro or after the outro. Go over to the Cult Classic Cage, shout "Vital Idol" raid in her chat. And as for me, videos throughout the course of the week, streams throughout the course of the week. We're gonna be doing, of course, Neon Leon. It's gonna be a good time. So stay on the lookout for more content. And thank you so much for being tinfoil haters. We do have Zach's show tomorrow, and it's going to be a good one. Me, Cassie, and Kata all on Zach's show talking about the state of gaming in 2025. So for those of you that donated, thank you so much. You never need to, but the fact that you do means the world to me. It's how I'm able to keep the content coming, try and improve it, things to that effect. Next on the docket, new PC, new mic setup. It's going to be golden. And I only have you guys to thank for that. For those of you that can't donate or don't or whatnot, just being in the chat is good enough. I absolutely love the TFH. I don't know what's the TFS. TFH chat. You guys are great. Stay invested in the conversation. Either calling out what you see as bullshit, telling us interesting stories. So thank you so much. And until next time, it's all here in the Nerdosphere. And this has been Words of Paradise.